Hi everyone, welcome back to the Math Society. So this week we'll be continuing on to do chapter 13 past paper questions, which is vectors. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so now on to our very first question. It says that in this question, all distances are in kilometer. So a ship P sails from a point A, which has position vector 0, 0, and then with a speed of 52 kilometers per hour in the direction of minus 512. So we need to find the velocity vector. So firstly, if we want to find the velocity, we gotta find, so minus 5 square, right? Gonna root minus 5 square plus 12 square, and that's going to give you 25 plus 144, and that's going to give you a answer of 13. So we now have the of 13, and then to find velocity vector, it is just, we have the speed, so that's just 52 by 13, you get 4, and to find the velocity, you multiply with minus 5 and 12, so you get minus 20 and 48, and that is your velocity vector. And it says to write the vector position vector of P at time t hours after leaving A. So we just know that it's just t minus 20, 48. So that's t hours after leaving A. And it says that at the same time that P sails from A, a ship of Q sails from point B, which is position vector 12, 8 with a velocity vector minus 25, 45. So we need to write down the position vector of Q. So when it says from point B, so that's 12, 8 plus, it says velocity times t, you have a velocity vector, so you just multiply them. So that's just going to be this. And D says that using your answers to part A, B, and C, find the displacement vector PQ at time t hours. So we know that PQ is going to be equal OQ minus OP. And we know that OQ is here, which is 12 minus 25t. If you multiply them, you have 8 plus 45t. And that's minus OP, which is here. And that is minus 20t and 48t. So you'll have 12 minus 5t and 8 plus minus 3t. Just minus, yep. So this is your displacement vector of PQ. And then it says hence show that PQ is equal to 34t squared minus 168t plus 208. So we know that to find PQ, we're just going to root them. And here we have 12 minus 5t. And it's going to be the whole square plus 8 minus 3t, the whole square. So it's going to be 144 minus 510, 120t plus 25t squared. That is plus 64 minus 236, 48t, and plus 59t squared. So you'll have, it adds up to 34t squared. Then you have minus 128 minus, so it's minus 168t plus 144 and 64, and that makes up 208. So now it says that you can just say that it's been shown. And it says to find the value of t when P and Q are first 2 kilometers apart. So it says, we'll go this. So it says first 2 kilometers apart, right? We can move the square into the other side, so it'll be, the root into the other side, so it'll be square, so that you'll get 4. So then you get 34t squared minus 168t plus 204. That's equal 0. And you know that t is going to equal to minus b plus or minus because you can't do the cross method. So b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a minus b, that's 168. You got minus already, so you don't need it. Plus or minus 168 squared minus 4a is 34. C is 204. And that is divided by A, which is 234. So you will get 2.79 or 2.15. And we know that we need to reject this one. Okay, so now moving on to question 2. It says that the position vectors of A, B, and C relative to an origin AI has to be minus 5 minus 7. And then 10 minus 4. Yep. So you have A, B, and C respectively. So given that AC is equal to 4BC, you need to find the unit vector in the direction of OC. So AC equals to 4BC. So that's OC minus OA. That's 4OC minus OB. So you'll have OC minus OA, 4OC minus 4OB. And you can move it to this side, so it'll be 4OB minus OA, 4OC minus OC. So you'll get 3OC. But still 4OB minus OA. Yep, so it's 4OB. We have B, 10 minus 4 minus OA, which is minus 5 minus 7. That is equal to 3OC. So you have 40 minus 16 minus 5 minus 7. 3OC. And you will have 40 plus 5, so that's 45. And minus 16 plus 7, so you get minus 9. And that's equal to 3OC. So if you want OC, it's just a 5, 15, and you get minus 3. We know that. So it's OC, that's equal to 3 root 26. We calculate it and unit vector. Just calculate it as 1 by 3 root 26. That is 15 and minus 3, so you will get 1 by root 26. That's equal to 5 and minus 1. And that is your unit vector. Okay, so moving on to question 3, it says that the diagram shows a triangle OAB such that OA is equal A, OB is equal B, so we know that B, A. Point P lies on OA such that OP 3 by 4 OA. So that OP is 3 by 4 OA. And Q is the midpoint of AB, and the lines OB and PQ are extended to meet at point R. So we'll find that later. And it says find in terms of A and B. So it says AB, right? So we know that AB is equal to OB minus OA, and that is B minus A. And just give it in terms of A and B. And it says PQ. So to go PQ, we go PO, OB, and then BQ, right? So it's PO, OB, and then BQ. Yep, so we know that PO was, OP was 3 by 4 OA, so we just change it into minus 3 by 4A. Plus OB is B, and BQ, we know that it's in the middle of the, it's the midpoint of AB, so it's going to be minus half B plus half A. That's just going to be minus 1 by 4A plus 1 by 2B. And that is your PQ. And moving on, it says that it's given that NPQ is equal to QR and BR is equal to KB, where N and K are positive constant. So you need to find QR in terms of N, A, and B. So QR, and that's equals to NPQ, is it? Yep, so we know that NPQ was just minus 1 by 4A plus half B. And so this is just your QR in terms of N, A, and B. And for D, it says to find QR in terms of K, A, and B. So you need to find QR in terms of K. This time it's, sorry. Find QR in terms of K. This time it's K. So because BR is equal to KB, right? So we know that we need to go from QB and BR. So that's going to be QB plus BR. And for QB, we know that BR is equal to KB, right? So that's going to be KB. And then QB, we know that it's going to be, we already found this here, so it's going to be minus half A plus half B. So it's just, you can just change it as a half A minus half A plus KB. Same thing. Yep, and moving on, it says for E, you need to hence find the value of N and of K. You need to find N and K. So we're just gonna equal them together, where you'll get this minus 1/4 N A plus half N B, was it? Yep, half N B, and this one's half B. Oh, wait, no. This one, it's better to put the minus 1 first, so you have first, you can take out B, so you can take out half, that's K, that's going to be B. So you have that 1/4 N is equal minus half, so that's N equals to 2, and half plus K is going to equal to half with 2, so you have half plus K equals 1, and K is just going to be half. So that's your N and K. Okay, so now we're on to question 4. It says to find the unit vector. So we know that it's just going to be root 5 square plus minus 12 square, is it? So that's just going to make root 25 plus 144. And it's just going to give you 13. So your unit vector should be just 13. Oh, sorry, 1/13, 5, 12. And it says that given that this number is equal to that, find the value of the constant K and R. We know we just need to put them into sentences. So it's like 4 minus 2K equals to minus 10R. And then just going to equals them after 5R. So we're going to multiply 2 with this. So that's going to be 2 plus 6K equals 10R. Then you get 4 minus 2K equals to minus 10R. So that's cancel out. And you get 6 plus 4K. That's going to equal to 0. So you get K is going to equal minus 3/2. So for 5R, you get 1 minus 9/2. So R is just going to be minus 7/10 when you substitute it. So that is your R value. So for C, it says that related to an origin O, point A, this one's point A, B, and C has these position factors. So you just need to find AB. So AB is just OB minus OA. And OB is 3Q minus P. OA is just P, so you get 3Q minus 2P. It says to find AC this time. AC, we know that it's OC minus OA. OC was 9Q minus 5P minus P again. So that's 9Q minus 6P. And that is your AC. And moving on to 3, we need to say why A, B, and C are lying in a straight line. So we know that 3AB and equals to AC. And therefore, A, B, and C are all collinear. And it says to find the ratio AB to BC. So we know what AB is from this question, but we need to find BC. So BC is just going to be OC minus OB. And OC, we know that it was 9Q minus 5P. OB was minus 3Q minus P. So that's only minus 3Q plus P. So you get 6Q minus 4P. And if you take out 2, you get 3Q minus 2P, right? And that 3Q minus 2P is equal to this. So we know the ratio is 1:2. So that's going to be AB is to BC. And that's going to equals to 1:2. You just write it here. Was 1:2. Okay, so now we'll move on to number 5. So we see that the vectors A and B are given such that A is equal to AI plus J and B is 12i. So we need to find that for A minus B is equal to alpha A plus 3, I minus 2J. So we're going to just change this A into alpha and this, this B into beta just to make things clear. And we say that for A minus B, right? So we know that we're going to have 4a, which is 4 alpha I plus j, and then minus b, which is going to be 12i minus beta j. That's equal to alpha plus 3i minus 2j. That's going to be 4 alpha I plus 4j, 4j minus 12i plus beta j. That's equal to alpha plus 3i minus 2j. So for now, we're going to put the i's and i's together. So it's going to be 4 alpha minus 12. That's equal to I. And that'll be 4 minus beta. So that's going to be j. So we have alpha plus 3i minus 2j. So we know that 4 alpha minus 12 is going to equal alpha plus 3. So you have 3 alpha equals to 15. So that's alpha equals to 5. And then you have 4 minus beta j is equal to minus 2. So that's beta, not bj. So, I'm sorry. So 4 plus 2, that's going to be like 6. And that's going to be our beta. And it says hence find the unit vector, right? B minus 4a. So b minus 4a. B was 12i plus 6j minus 4. A was 5. So 5i plus j. That's going to equals 12i plus 6j minus 20i minus 4j. Then you'll get minus 8i plus 2j. So just trying to find the unit vector. So that's minus 8. That's where you'll get 2 root 17. So you have your unit vector of 1 by 2 root 17. That is minus 8 and 2. And you multiply them, you get 1 by root 17 minus 4. And you get 1. And that is your unit vector. Okay, so now moving on to question 6. It says that a particle P is initially at the point with position vector this, constant speed of tau, same direction as this, and you need to find the position of P after t seconds. So we're going to find it first. So that's minus 4 squared, which is going to be 16, plus 3 squared, which is 9. So you'll get 5. So to get velocity vector, subtract them, where you'll get minus 8 and 6 if you divide it. Yep. So that's you divide by 5 to 10. Yeah, you multiply this with this to get this vector. And to know the position of P, that's just going to be 30, 10 plus minus 8, 6, and it says t seconds, so it's t. And so here it says that as P starts moving, Q starts to move such that its position vector is this. After that, you need to write down the speed of Q. So it's just going to be 5 squared plus 12 squared, where you'll get 13, and that is your speed. And you need to find the exact distance between P and Q when t is equal to 10, giving your answer in its simplest third form. So for P, we know that it was 30, 10 plus minus 8, 6. And then now it says that t is going to be equals 10. So for now, that's going to be 30 minus 80. So that's going to be minus 50. And that's 10 plus 60. That's going to be 70. And then we want to know Q. Q was minus 80, 90. And then plus 5, 12. And then you had T as 10. So that's minus 80 plus 50. So that's minus 30. I get 90 plus 120. So that's 210. So we want to know P and Q. Right, so that's Q. So that's going to be Q first, minus 30, 210, minus C, minus 50, and 70. So you get minus 30 plus 50, so that's 20. 210 minus 70, you get 140. And you want the distance. That's going to be equal to 20 square plus 140 square. And that's going to give you 20,000, 3 zeros, and that's going to equal to 100 root 2. And that is your distance. Okay, so now we move on to question 7, which says that the diagram shows a triangle OAC. B, here is the midpoint of OC, and you have the point y lies on AC such that OY intersects at AB at the point X. AX, XB 3 is to 1, 3 is to 1, and it's given that OA is A and OB is B. So now it says to find OX in terms of A and B. So you need to find OX. So before finding OX, O and what's X? On OX here, right? So we know that we have to go AB first. And that is OB minus OA. So that's going to be OB, B minus A. So that's yes. And then unify AX, which is going to be 3 by 4. So that's going to be minus 3 by 4A plus 3 by 4B. So to find OX is just going to be A minus 3 by 4A plus 3 by 4B. So that's going to result in 1 by 4A plus 3 by 4B. And that is your OX. And B says find AC in terms of A and B. So AC, we know that it's just OC minus OA. OC is just OC. So we know that B is a midpoint, so we have 2B. Minus OA was just A. So that's just your AC. And for C, it says that OY is equal to HOX. Find AY in terms of AB and H. So we want AY. So that's AO plus OY. And we know that AO is just minus A because it's OA is A. If you flip it around, it's minus plus H, you say OX. Right, so it's minus A plus H. OX is just here. So that's 1 by 4A plus 3 by 4B. And this is it in terms of A, B, and H. It says that given that AY is equal to MAC, find the value of H and M. AY, we have it minus A plus 1 by 4 AH plus 3 by 4 PH. M, AC, we find it here, 2B minus A. So now we're gonna calculate them. So you will have minus A plus 1 by 4. So that's minus 1 plus 1 by 4 H is going to equal to minus M. And 3 by 4 H is going to equal to 2M. So we're going to have minus 1 plus 1 by 4 multiply 8 by 3. M is going to equal to minus M. So that's going to be 2 by 3M minus 1. That's equal minus M. So that's 5 by 3M is going to equal to 1. So M is going to equal 3 by 5. So 1H is just, H was just 8 by 3. Oh, sorry, wait, we need to find the other one first. So it's just going to be H is going to divide it. You get 8 by 3M. So now we find H, which is 8 by 3 multiply 3 by 5. That's equal to 8 by 5. Okay, so now moving on to our last question, number 8. It says that you have these values as already given in the diagram and it says find OQ, O to Q. So we know we go here, here. So we have OQ in terms of AB, so that's 2B plus A. And you need to find QS in terms of A and B. You need to find Q and S. QS is, we can just go Q to S, right? So we can have QO and OS. So that's going to be minus 2B minus 2A. Sorry, minus A. And plus OS, which is 3A. So that's just going to be 2A minus 2B. And we see that given that QH is equal to mu QS, find OX in terms of A, B, and C. So you want OX. Right? OX. Ouch. Oh wait, no, OX. Yep, OX in terms of A and B. OX, yes. So to go OX, you can go OQ, and then you can go the Q on Q. Yep, Q. So you can go this way. So that's going to be 2B plus A plus mu QS. So here we have mu 2A minus 2B. Yep. Okay, so that OX is equals to OR. So that's just going to be, OR is just, you find OR, it's O here and R here, so 3A plus B. Yeah, so you need to find mu and gamma. So that's just going to be gamma 3A plus B. Mu was just 2B plus A plus mu 2A minus 2B. So you'll have 3 gamma, that's going to equal to 1 plus 2 mu, right? Because it's A's. So you have, now the one's just going to be mu, oh, I'm sorry, gamma equals to 2 minus 2 mu. That's mu plus, oh, sorry, gamma plus 2 mu, that's going to equal 2. That's your first equation. Here we'll have, wait, sorry. 3 will equal to, that's going to be 3 minus 2 mu equals to 1. That is your first equation. And you bring, sorry, second equation. You bring this one above. Plus 2 mu equals to 2. Just cancel out. You get 4 gamma equals to 3. That equals to 3 by 4. So you want 2 mu is going to equal to 2 minus gamma, right? 2 minus 3 by 4. So mu is just going to equal to 5 by 8. So you get your mu and your gamma. It says F to find the value of Qx by xs. You know that Qx was, Qx was mu Qs. And Qx, we have the mu value, and that is 5 by 8 Qs. So you know that Qx was equals to 5 units. And xs was just 3. So Qx by xs is just going to be 5 by 3. And it says to find the value of OR by OX. So we know that OX was equals to gamma OR, and OX equal gamma was 3 by 4 OR. So OR by OX, sorry, QX OR by OX is just flip it around 4 by 3. And that's it. Yep, so that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next video.